Boom, 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 chickadee, chickadee, chanka. How's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little transfer sort of update, sort of piece of shit news video for you. Sorry, guys. How's it going? Sorry for the language, but this is gas news, lads and lasses. So, I don't know if you've just seen, but of course, Spain had just played the Ukraine tonight. And unfortunately, what has happened right at the end of the game, like 91 minutes into the game, is Sergio Reguilon has been fouled and he has had his ankle basically turned over and he's completely fallen to the ground in agony, and it sounded absolutely horrendous, and this has completely ruined everything, lads and lasses. Like, we're supposed to be getting, leading the chase to get this guy, and now he's injured, and now we're not going to get him. So, there you go. That's what's happened, lads and lasses. Just to let you know, in the last couple of minutes, Sergio Reguilon has injured his ankle. It looks pretty bad. I don't know. Obviously we don't know. We're waiting for all the news to come out now in regards to how injured he is. Because it could just be, one of those where it looks worse than it actually is. But, look at this image right here, guys, of him going off. Does that look good to you? He's done his ankle in. He's having to be carried off there, obviously by two fellow gentlemen there. And look, he doesn't look good, my friends. That has just been taken this evening, not so long ago at all. So it's really quite terrible for Manchester United. This is really quite bad news, because this is a player that was going to add quite a bit of something to this side, especially if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted to mess around and play that 3-5-2 at the back and have Luke Shaw as the left-sided centre-back. That's all out the window now, lads and lasses, because he's bloody well injured. Can you believe it, lads and lasses? Can you freaking believe it, guys? Wait until England play Denmark. Sancho's going to do his bloody cruciate ligament. You just wait. Just wait. I don't want to tempt fate or nothing, but what the hell is going on with United in this window? We're freaking cursed. We're absolutely cursed, lads and lasses. Oh, my God. It's like the ghost of David Moyes or something has cursed us. But, oh, my days. 4-0 to Spain tonight, but Reguilon at the end of the game, apparently, I didn't watch the game, but apparently he's had a really good game. And he's got himself injured, lads and lasses. It's a nightmare. What a nightmare. And it looks quite bad. Let me just get that image back up there. For some of you people that are just getting in here who did not see the image. Does that look like an okay man to you? That doesn't look like an okay man to me, lads and lasses. No. So, what do you guys think about it on this one then, lads and lasses? Get your thoughts and opinions in. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you think that Manchester United are cursed. Shout out Archie for becoming a member of the Bacon Brigade. Nice one, Archie. Welcome aboard the BB Express. Nice one. Thank you very much for that, dude. Appreciate it. Top lad. Thank you, Archie, for stopping in here. Get the ones in the live chat if you think we're cursed. Anyway, thank you everyone who's joining me tonight. We're going to get into this and dissect it a little bit more. Do us a favour and hit that like button if you have not done so already. Please do smash that thumbs up on the video if you haven't done so already. That would be absolutely amazing. But yeah, what an absolute nightmare, guys. This is like one of those just horror situations. When Matt Rush, my transfer guru, sent me this information, I just had my head in my hands. I was like, what the fuck? No way. And it's actually legit, guys. So there you go. Horror news for Manchester United in this window, because we're already having one of the worst windows I can remember. We have signed Donny van der Beek. That's absolutely brilliant. But it's not good enough, my friends. We need a lot more quality, a lot more players coming in certain key areas. Reguilon was going to be one of those. Not even one of the key areas, really, that we majorly needed to strengthen. But he was going to be one of those that was looking quite likely. Still 50-50 in my eyes, because Sevilla wanted to loan him and he was there last season. But in my eyes, it was looking reasonably likely maybe we could take him on. It would make a lot of sense. But no, now that's been shat all over well and truly, my friends, with this injury. Illy United comments, we're cursed. Great to see you, Illy United. It seems like it, my friend. It really, really does. Welcome, Archie, says JW92. Stick a thumbs up emoji in the live chat, or put your favourite channel member emoji in the live chat for Archie. Nice one, Archie, getting in here. You legend. Mustafa Man says, hey, Pig, do you think United will wait till January and see how the injury would affect his career to buy him? Yeah, possibly. This is the thing. If he's going to be injured for a little while now before this window, if he doesn't get back to full fitness before this window closes, then yes, I do think that maybe Manchester United will reignite that interest at a later date. But just bloody typical, isn't it? We just wanted to get him in soon, and it's just the sort of thing to happen to Manchester United right now. It's pure shitty luck, my friends. So I'm gutted about it because I think he would have been a good little addition to the side. Would have given us something else on that left-hand side going forward, and he has had a good game tonight. Like I say, it's very disappointing news. Very disappointing news. What can you say? Dejan CFC comments, if Sancho gets injured, you really are cursed. Yeah, you're right about that, dude. Like I said, I mean, I better not joke about it, but I already have done. But crikey, I mean, God, if anything happens to Sancho between now and the end of the window, that would really be a nightmare. But we don't actually know the full extent of the injury. Sometimes these things can look worse than they are. But from all accounts, it's a bit of a horror tackle, and he has rolled his ankle quite significantly badly, and apparently there's a bit of a nasty sound, maybe a large thud or a snap or something. These are the accounts that I'm hearing. So yeah, really not good news at all for Manchester United, because this is a player that we were looking to get in this window. Ray Reddington, what's going on, Ray? He says, go for Tellez. Good shout there, my friend. I mean, look, I do think he's a good player, but you never know. You never know what we will do in this window. Probably not. Hey Dero786 says, bro, why you got to stream late? I have school tomorrow. Sorry about that, Hey Dero. It's just there's a bit of breaking news, my friend. So we had to get on here and talk about it. Reguilon's been injured on Spain international duty in the game against Ukraine right at the end of the game. Horror ankle injury. Nightmare, lads and lasses. Maxwell Gibson says United is linked with Eric Shawn. Fair play to you, Maxwell Gibson. I don't know much about that, my friend, but I'll have a look into it. Footy Talk says, so is he not coming, Pig? Well, we'll wait and see what happens with this injury. You know what what sort of thing happens. They're obviously going to have to assess this. They might have to do a scan. They might have to do some tests. So we probably won't find out the full extent of this until tomorrow. Hopefully, he's going to be absolutely fine. But look, let me get the picture up again, lads and lasses. Let me get the picture up again. Does he look okay? I don't think he looks that great there. I think, okay, he's not been stretchered off or whatnot, but so we don't know. He could have just rolled his, sometimes when you just sort of lightly sprain your ankle, maybe, and it bruises up a little bit. I've done it before. I went to the hospital once when I twisted my ankle. I thought I'd broken it, but it turned out it was just badly. It was just a sprain, and you can have different variations and different degrees of sprains. So there may be something like that, or it could have been a ligament damage or anything. We don't want any of that business. Then it will be really a long-term sideline for him. He will be out of contention for a good while, and that puts an end to any links and any transfer possibility with Manchester United or anybody else. It's typical as well because, there's a bit of information coming out tonight as well. Like, he'd done a couple of things like, just followed a couple of people on social media like Paul Pogba and Mason Greenwood and stuff like that. And it was just quite interesting to see. I thought it was shaping up that we were going to get Sergio Reguilon in this transfer window, but I really don't believe that's the case now. He also removed his Real Madrid bio and the Sevilla profile picture that he had on there as well. Now, that doesn't really mean jack shit, but it's just interesting that he did it right now, just before, just during this international break, with all this speculation linking him to a different football club, having followed a couple of Manchester United players in Pogba and Greenwood, and then obviously changed his profile picture to one in the Spain shirt. Okay, he's on Spain international duty, but he's taken the Sevilla one down. Okay, but still, just little hints, my friend. Had a little picture with David De Gea the other day. It was all shaping up quite nice, I think. Not saying 100% that it would happen, but I just think it was all shaping up quite nice to happen. Koiz Ali says, and we need to look for a left-back now. Absolutely, it could definitely be a position we strengthen. Aaron Homeyard, thank you for the super chat. He says, I heard United were going to put in a Sancho bid tonight. Aaron Homeyard, thank you so much for moderating this channel and also just being a legend. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, I mean, look, it's one of those, isn't it? We hope that it's going to get done. We hope that Woodward's got the cojones to go out there and get the deal done and get the guy that we need in here. We hope that he's got the bottle to get it done. But I question the fact that he has, Aaron. And I don't know if they're going to do it anytime soon. I think even more so now with Reguilon getting injured tonight, we should bloody well do something about it. Do us a favour if you're watching, lads and lasses, hit that like button. That will help this stream out and help this channel out amazingly. If you haven't done so already, leave a cheeky little like on it. It makes sense. Let's get back into the comments section now, just quickly. Tom Bunting says, Pig, answer me, it's only a hamstring injury. Well, I mean, look, this is the thing. We're waiting to see more details come out. If it's a hamstring injury, that can still put an end to transfer negotiations here. If he's not going to be physically fit enough to pass a medical before the end date of the transfer window, then he's not coming in this window. So it's very significant, whatever the injury is, as long as it's, unless it's a really short-term injury, like, it's just a tiny little sprain or a bruising or whatever, and he's fine in a few days. That is the ideal situation. but it seems like, from what we've heard, that it's not a very good situation for Reguilon in terms of injury. Yeah, Mark Vu, he says, poxy excuse for friendlies this Nations League. I agree with you, my friend. Glenn, what's going on? He says, oink, oink to you as well, Glenn. Thanks for stopping by. Sanket Vegan Car comments, it doesn't change our interest in him. Players can get signed with injury. The only thing is that he might miss the first month. You've got to pass a medical nobody signs an injured player. Nobody signs an injured player. You got to pass a medical, my friend. You know, come on. KM says, Pig, talk about what the links to Eric Shawn. I don't know anything about that, my friend, at this moment in time. So I'd say maybe it's probably just some more paper talk like we were talking about yesterday with McNeil with this whole PR system. Oh, I see what I see what you did there. I didn't say it properly though. Nice try, Kai. I'm the absolute prat. Anyway. Okay, so let's get into this then. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, Nightmare, guys. What do you think about it? Stick a 1 in the live chat if you think this is absolutely gashtastic. Ellie comments, the chat moves so fast sometimes comments are missed. You can repeat your question, but not so closely together, otherwise it becomes spam. Words of wisdom there from Ellie. Thank you very much, Ellie, for being a great moderator also. Tom Bunting says, we can't start with Lindelof and Maguire, can we? What do you think? Yeah, we probably will start with Lindelof and Maguire because our board is incapable of doing any movement and getting transfers in this window. It turns out Kai Havertz's transfer with all, add-ons and fees and all that sort of thing totals more than the Paul Pogba deal did. So it's like they're spending the money. We're not prepared to spend the money, We're not prepared to spend the money. We're having an absolute double daymare, my friends. Daygen says, chill, well, it's fine now, mate. Nice one. Maxwell Gibson says, anybody would be good, to be honest with you, Maxwell Gibson, whether it's Eric Shun or Hugh Janus or anybody else, mate. I would take any of the players right now, to be honest with you, my friend. We need some personnel in this window, so I would take some of these players that you're talking about. But anyway, yeah, I mean, oh my God. What a shocker, guys. What a shocker. What do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think? Get your thoughts in about this. Ellie says, hi, Cantona. What's going on, Cantona? Great to see you too in here. Cantona 7. Sadak Rahman says, Chilwell is a crap LB. I think that's a little bit harsh. Ray Reddington, thank you very much, dude. I think you need to refresh the stream. There's more likes than that, I think, Ray Reddington. But either way, you bring up a good point, Ray. Smash that thumbs up button, lads and lasses. Palmerius, yeah, he's a seasoned professional. Right, okay then, lads and lasses. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the other stuff that's going on. I mean, there's not too much news to do with United. Like I said, it's just this Reguilon injury. That's why I wanted to jump on and talk about. So have your say, get your thoughts in as we go along. It's great to hear from all of you. But Brian Calvillo says, any news from Sancho? I mean, look, there's not really that much news coming from Jadon Sancho, to be fair, right now. I mean, look, there's a little bit of to-ing and fro-ing going on. I mean, look, Yana Fjortov has just tweeted a little while ago saying in terms of a decisive week coming up in regards to, this is in regards to Thiago, sorry, he said in terms of making an immediate impact, this could be this transfer window's best signing. And I agree with that. I think whoever ends up with Thiago's going to have a really good transfer window. In regards to Sancho, though, I mean, there's not, that's what I mean. It depends. I mean, we're hearing movements and we're hearing stories about us having a bid for him anytime soon, but it's just, we don't know anything concrete at the moment, lads and lasses. We expect a renegotiation to take place. We expect Manchester United to go in and have another offer for Jadon Sancho just simply because we need him. And I think Borussia Dortmund are willing to sell. That's why they were willing to open negotiations with United in the first place at the start of the window. They were not happy with how the negotiations went, and they firmly ended negotiations. But we can reopen negotiations and meet them somewhere closer to the figure that they want. So we'll see what happens with that one, guys. But I mean, in terms of an offer being made for Jadon Sancho, it's not, there's nothing concrete in regards to that one. We're also hearing stuff about Antoine Griezmann tonight being linked with Manchester United. It's all just paper talk and propaganda. Manchester Evening News here. Antoine Griezmann, Premier League rivals Liverpool and Arsenal have reportedly been put on red alert to sign Barcelona star Antoine Griezmann. So, look, it's all paper talk at the moment. It's all designed, I think, like we were talking about in the previous video yesterday about the whole PR battle that's going on between the two clubs. I think it's designed, it's drip-fed from Manchester United already here, putting some of these stories out there to try and get the frighteners up Dortmund to try and convince them to sell them in this window for a little bit less money. That's my take on it anyway. Yeah, brilliant stuff. So what else has happened in this window? Even bloody Newcastle United are signing players, my friends. This is a sad day to be a Manchester United fan. Potential signings are getting injured. We've only got Donny van der Beek in this window. We have Mr. Potato Head as our chief executive. We have the shitty Glazers as our owners. And now Newcastle United are signing players. Callum Wilson is looking like he's going to join from Bournemouth. He's arrived ahead of his £20 million move. And also they just signed Ryan Fraser as well, right? So Newcastle United, yeah, Fraser agrees Newcastle deal. Ryan Fraser is signing. I'm not saying these are players Manchester United should be going for. I'm just saying, why the bloody hell is Mike bloody Ashley and Steve Bruce doing better business than us? More business than us. Actually getting deals done. The one club, or one of the few clubs that Manchester United can say have got worse owners than us, starting to do some bits for their football club and actually back the manager and actually give Brucey a couple of players that he wants this window. Good quality players, you know, Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson are both decent signings. Callum Wilson was linked with Manchester United not so long ago. He's only 28, he's had some England caps, you know, he's a good player. He's a good player, he's not a great player, but would he chip in a bit part role giving you 10 goals a season? Probably, yeah, he would. So if that is the case and he ends up at Newcastle United, what a bloody signing that is. I think Newcastle United doing some bits there, man, which just pisses me off because United, we're obviously being a massive club, we need much better calibre players. But just the fact that other clubs are managing to do it, especially the clubs like Newcastle, who generally melt in the transfer window, winds me the hell up. Ryan Burberspin 9, thank you so much for getting in here with your super chat there, my friend. You nutter. You just put down 20 bones there, my friend. Thank you very much. For Phil Jones, No Bones Jones, and a birthday cake for the pig. Thank you so much for that, Ryan Burberspin 9. Dude, special shout out to you, man. That's really very nice of you, my friend. Appreciate that one. Mark Alia Ansel says we don't need Griezmann. He rejected us sometimes. Like, it's bullshit paper talk, my friend. Like I say, Manchester Evening News, but it's bullshit paper talk, my friends. Like, of course, you know, I think it's obviously this sort of stuff is spun from the club in one regard. It's the PR department of the club. Obviously, like I said, they're trying to manufacture something here. They're trying to add a little bit of pressure. It's only a tiny little bit of pressure that's being added. Both sides are at it, but that, in my opinion, is what is going on behind the scenes. Brian Calvillo says, do you think Sancho is going to join United? If I had to say yes or no right now, I would say yes. I do think he's going to join United, but it's very close to being a no because of our board and our incompetence and our lack of movement. Footy Talk says, Pig, do you think we will sign anyone else in this window? Well, I was thinking we were going to sign Sergio Reguilon, but it's turned out he's bloody got a horror ankle injury or whatever it is. You know, we don't actually know the full extent of it yet, and hopefully it's going to be not so serious, and maybe it will just be a few days sidelined. But at this moment in time, you know, he's gone off. I mean, let me show you. Everyone's getting in here just now. I mean, boom, there it is. He's being taken off after the Ukraine game there, Spain against Ukraine. Not a good look for Sergio Reguilon, my friends. So it is a bit worrying, to be fair, to think that one of our targets in this window, one of our very few targets in this window, is probably not going to be coming in this window unless it's not as serious as we think. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully something will come out now in the next couple of minutes, or that says that he's been looked at by the physio and it's not that bad. Hopefully that is the best case scenario that we can hope for. Obviously, it could be something a little bit more serious, even if he's going to be out for a few weeks. I mean, how long's left of the transfer? To be fair, there's still quite a long period left of the transfer window, but we want to be getting these players in sooner rather than later. So it's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing to delay it and have him injured and all that stuff, and he needs to pass a medical and all this business. So yeah, I really don't think that. We'll see. Let's just wait and see what happens. It couldn't be so serious. Matty the Rushmeister, if you could possibly let me know if you hear anything, actually. I'll keep an eye on your inbox there, mate, because if you could let me know if you do hear anything in the next sort of coming minutes about Sergio Reguilon's injury and how serious it is, I would love to give a live update on the show. But just for everybody who's tuning in right now, to give you an update, Sergio Reguilon was injured against Ukraine tonight. We don't know the severity of it yet, but he was taken off of the pitch. And it definitely doesn't look a very good situation at all, considering it's ahead of a move to Manchester United potentially. Also, he was being talked about going to other clubs as well, such as even Arsenal entering the fray today, actually. Arsenal apparently were offered him as well. Tottenham, Sevilla, some other clubs were offered Sergio Reguilon. So there you go. It depends on the severity of that as to what happens with him in this window now. Stevie Mac, thank you for your comments, Stevie. Comments, I think Reguilon is still a deal that will happen. He's rolled his ankle and might be out for a few weeks. The price is attractive given how the club like to do business. Yeah, let's hope that it's, he's rolled his ankle there. Let's hope there's no ligament damage. Let's hope that he's not going to have to be out for a few weeks and not be able to pass a medical. That's the ultimate thing. We just want to get him in before the end of the window, I suppose. It's not like a key player, key signing here. This is something that can add to United's ranks here and really improve our depth. But I don't really see him being, it's not like a Bruno Fernandes signing, is it? So that would have been even more gutting. I remember actually, wasn't it Ruud van Nistelrooy back in the day? We had him lined up to sign him from PSV Eindhoven. And it was like, and then something happened. I can't remember whether he failed a medical or maybe he got injured just before it or something like that. And then we had to delay it. Eventually we did get him. So it was a similar situation like that, I guess, where you're just looking at a player and hoping that they, that they sort themselves out. Steve Mackey, thank you very much for that, Stevie Mack. United family says, no Josh King. Oh, mate. Imagine Josh, I'm not really feeling Josh King either, my friend. I'm not feeling any of these Bournemouth links, whether it's David Brooks or any of these guys. I just don't think they're really up to United standard. They might add something to our depth in the team. Sure, I reckon some of them, better than Jesse Lingard, say, in my opinion. That's what, or Pereira. But they're still not going to really add anything to the starting 11 of Manchester United, which is what we should be looking to do in this window if we want to be taken seriously next year in the Prem and challenge for top honours, which is what we should be trying to do. We don't really have the squad capable of doing that at the moment, and this window is getting a little bit silly. Thank you very much for your comment, matey. Pied Piper says cruciate. That would be absolutely gashtastic. If it was a cruciate ligament injury, that would be the gashiest thing ever. Bibek Jar, what's going on? He says, which centre-back should we sign? Love your show. Thank you very much, Bibek Jar. Really appreciate that, my friend. What centre-back should we sign? I mean, there's a good few options out there for United. I think the important thing is we just sign our centre-back. Because Lindelof and Maguire aren't up to it. Me personally, if it was up to me, I think Upamecano represents a good gamble. What I mean by that is he's 21. He's already shown some really good performances against real top-end players. He's only getting better. He's quick. He's physical. I like what he would bring to Manchester United in a back line alongside Maguire. I like that possibility, that partnership, but I don't believe Manchester United are going to go get Upamecano in this window. That one makes a lot of sense to me. There's other defenders out there, of course, dream defenders that we would like to get in here, but none of them are all that realistic. I mean, Koulibaly's another one that's mentioned. I think he'd be a good player, but I just don't really see that one materialise. I don't think United are going to spend the money and spend the wages on a player like that at centre-back right now. We're going to be doing something a bit differently there, looking for a younger prospect. But we do need to spend the money on a Jadon Sancho type player in that right-wing position. Do us a favour and hit that like button, smash that thumbs up, and give it a cheeky little like if you have not done so already. Mohammed Idris says, is this clickbait? No, it's not clickbait, my friend. No, he's actually been injured in his game against Ukraine tonight. Look, at this moment in time, it's a horror tackle, it's a horror injury. I mean, look, here he is going off of the pitch. It's obviously a terrible look for Sergio Reguilon tonight, but no, we don't know the severity of it yet. It could be just not as bad as they think it was going to be. What's going on, Mark Voot, as well? Gandhi says, get 100 likes for Pig. Thank you very much, Gandhi. Very, very nice of you to say. Sayabonga Undlov says the Glazers are slowly turning Man United into a sunset club. Absolutely, they're winding it down, mate. They are winding it down at United, and it's absolutely piss poor and unacceptable. Look at what's going on, man. I don't get how Newcastle are signing players and we're not. They've got what arguably the shittest owner in the league, and yet they're going to be getting Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser, which for Newcastle I think is a couple of good signings. I really do. I think comparably they're better signings than what United have done for the stature of our club so far. So I think it's piss poor, lads and lasses, to have this window so far for the Glazers and Woodward. And we should really, that's it now, guys. Get on social media. Get the freaking Glazers out there. Tell them on social media that we need to be doing something about it in this window, because we need to make our voices heard, peeps. I mean, I don't know if it's going to do any good with those twats being over there in America in their ivory tower, but still, at least you can shout into a pillow or something. Jarvis Cocker, what's going on? He says, hey gangsters and gangsterettes, what's crack-a-lackin'? How long since we started? Yeah, I don't know actually, mate, but we've been rambling for a little bit. But shout out to you for getting in here, Jarvis. Good to see you, mate. Ryan Burbsman 9, Illy United. Elliot Nilsenius, he says, any other left back we should focus on if we can't get him? I mean, look, there's a few people that have been talked about. I think Tagliafico's a good left back that I would like to see come to the club. To be honest with you, if he was available, I think Alex Telles is another one that people talk about. I mean, I haven't seen a great deal from Alex Telles, but he's very highly rated and highly regarded. Look, I don't know. I think the Reguilon situation is one that fit Manchester United because of the small amount of transfer fee that would be involved in bringing him to the football club. You're talking 25 million euros. He adds that future buyback clause, you get him for a few years and then he's off ski on his way, but you've got a good few years service out of him. That was what was up with that. JP says, dude, where's my comb? How you doing there, JP, mate? Good to see you, lad. I don't know what you saying. I haven't got a hair out of place, JP, lad. But yeah, Ewan Hackin says, Pig, Simon Stone and other reports are saying no further treatment was needed after he went off. Well, if that's the case, then that's absolutely brilliant. But, that's amazing. Like I said, we've just seen him go off the pitch from a horror tackle where it sounded very nasty and he's come off the pitch. Ideally, that's the situation, is if he has no serious injuries. No serious injuries, he's come off the pitch as a precaution. But like I say, guys, I mean, look, it's not good. You could possibly say that it would, be something bad there. So hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But let's just see what's happened. Sanket Vegan Car says that we'll probably find out more about it tomorrow. Surely they can't just have a quick look at it and say, yeah, that's fine. You know what I mean? Surely they've got to do a little bit of a scan when it's something as severe as that. Sanket Vakengar says the media is messing up the Sancho saga even more. Just Don Fabrizio can be trusted. Yeah, Don, he is pretty freaking good, actually, of Fabrizio, to be fair to him. 18B218 Hari Krishna comments, it's not a buyback clause, it's a sell-on clause and first refusal, so we should get him. Well, in that case, there's less a reason for Manchester United to not want to get the deal done, but we're hearing different reports about the offer that was obviously made from Real Madrid to other clubs, so we'll see what goes on in that one in regard to that. But at the moment in time, hopefully it's not going to be a bad news situation for United. Keep us up to date, though. If anybody has got some information about it, like Matt Rush, the transfer guru, let me know as it comes out and I will update everybody. But at this moment in time, we haven't got a full-on trusted update for you guys. Yeah, that's right. The United Way says, get pig on Emma. Get pig on Emma. Get pig on Emma. What does that mean? Don Piglioni says, if I hear any news, I'll let you know, like the DVD B news, Pig. Thank you very much, Don Piglioni. I appreciate all your efforts and all the things that you do, my friend. That is awesome. James says, can you please be friends with the United Stand? I mean, I don't know about that one, James, but I haven't got any personal issues really, my friend, but, Anyway, melts. Nimenchi says, Aben Anawanda, he says, hello, how you doing? JP says, Barca having a clear out. It looks like it, my friend. Yeah, I mean, Arturo Vidal is supposed to be leaving. Thank you very much, JP, for getting in with your thoughts there and reminding me about that one. Arturo Vidal, mate. So Arturo Vidal, he is going to be leaving the football club come the end of the window. There's also talk of some of their other players going as well. Luis Suarez is another player that's being mentioned as on the way out. And even, look, this talk about this Antoine Griezmann bullshit being linked with Manchester United, which I think is just absolute horse manure. But at the same time, it's nice to be linked with these players for a change. We're usually being linked with bloody David Brooks and Josh King and melts like this window. So at least we're being linked with Antoine Griezmann for a change. A top player. At least that actually is a thing. But it's all just paper talk, isn't it, lads and lasses, I'm afraid. Dejan CFC says, you only buy Van der Beek because Pogba has COVID-19, in my opinion. What do you think, Big? I don't think that's the only reason, Dejan, at all. I don't even think that's really a contributing factor because Pogba's a young professional athlete and it probably won't take him that long to get over it and get it out of his system. I would hope. I mean, I think that he's doing okay. And if we look at some of the other people that have been affected by COVID-19, then, most of them have recovered absolutely spot on, to be fair, especially athletes and people like that. In terms of quarantine and isolation and how long he has to stay away from his teammates and what he can do and what he can't do in training, then that's another situation. That's another story. I don't really know. So you're right about that one. Maybe there will be a delay for Pogba coming in for the start of the season. I would hope somewhere towards the end of September, Paul Pogba would be available for us. But again, I don't actually know. We have to wait on further reports for that to see what goes on with him and his COVID-19 situation, as we say. Matty Rush, thank you so much. He says 107 likes. Thank you very much for everyone who's chucked a like on this video. Appreciate you all for doing that. Thank you very much. Footy Talk says, Pig, please respond. Do you think Buendia would be a good alternative to Sancho? I mean, I don't know enough of the player, to be honest, my friend, to say that. But, I mean, you know, there's a lot of players that are being talked about as alternatives. Maybe that would be a good one. David Neres over at Ajax would also be another good one. You know, there's a couple of good options that Manchester United could maybe go and look at in terms of getting good value for money as well. But Sancho, look, I think he's the man. He's the man, isn't he? He's the Don. He's just, look at his stats over in the Bundes, look at his performances for England. That one yesterday, okay, it was a crap game, but he still created a goal-scoring opportunity for Declan Rice, who melted. Like, he was still pretty lively throughout, and I thought in a poor team performance, he was one of the best players. I'm not saying he's worth, 120 million euros is a lot of money for anybody. Is he worth that? Well, he's only worth that if he stays at United for a long time and has a successful time of it and really performs. But look at how good and hungry he seems. He seems like such a hungry player. What I like about Jadon Sancho is he's obviously mentally strong, because he's the type of guy that would take a gamble and take a risk and go and leave for Manchester City, to go to Dortmund, to go to Germany, when everyone was probably saying, look, what are you doing leaving a big club like that to go over and play in Germany? Not many people do it, do they? That's the thing about the English players over here. You don't see many of them go into play abroad. Occasionally you get one, but most of the time it's a domestic thing. For some reason, I think we're probably the least exported country in terms of players playing in other leagues around the world. We've got to be. So yeah. I think he saw an opportunity there to maybe go and develop and actually play football for a good side, and he's taken that opportunity. He's developed brilliantly. He's turned himself into a really great player with great statistics over there in the Bundes, and he's gonna garner a lot of interest from a lot of clubs, whether it's now, this window, or through in the future. So I think it's important United get the deal done now, and it's not a ridiculous amount of money to spend on a player like that who's got such a future ahead of them. If you see what Kai Havertz has cost them, 71 million on the face of it, but I think all told, with agent fees and things like this, they've ended up spending around about Paul Pogba money on him. So it's a lot of money to play for Kai Havertz, and Chelsea are doing that. So there's no real good excuse for United not to at least get closer to that 120 million valuation of Dortmund. Plus, the actual facts of it seems, well, not, what we understand anyway, the situation is Manchester United's offer was initially 60 million euros up front, and then the rest financed over a 2 or 3 year period. So it's not just the fact that United can't agree an overall figure with them. It's the financing and the structure of the deal. Dortmund don't want a small amount of money up front. They obviously want the majority of it up front, and they want a large amount for their asset, who's a great player, who's getting better, who is a match winner for them, who scores or creates every single game. So, he's an unbelievable, prestigious talent, my friends, at 20 years of age. Why the hell would they want him to leave? It makes no sense for Dortmund to part ways with him for anything less than a small fortune. So I think United need to just show a bit more cojones and get the deals done, to be perfectly honest with you. Shout out Gabriel Cujo, how are you doing? Jarvis Cocker comments, heard rumours were linked to RB Salzburg forward Patson Daka. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about that as well, my friend. The 21-year-old Daka scored 24 goals in 31 league appearances for the Austrian side last season. What's your thoughts, Pig? Mate, Sounds like a tasty prospect. I mean, say what you want about the Austrian Bundesliga, but that's where Erling Haaland was plying his trade before he went to Dortmund, and he had no problem scoring those goals in the Champions League, just like he didn't in the Austrian Bundesliga. So I think, yeah, if a player's got those sorts of stats, I haven't seen much of the player, I don't follow much of the Austrian Bundesliga, but if he's got those sorts of stats at 21 years of age, they've definitely got to be a good talent. And they've got to be somebody that is going to be a potential good player. So it's somebody that United should hopefully be looking at and considering. Yeah, sounds good. JP comments, Ed tactics, drag out some fake transfer story till deadline day, then buy some overpaid tramp. Hey, pretty accurate there, JP, to be fair. You've just summed up Ed Woodward's job at United in a nutshell there, my friend. Yeah, you're right. It does seem to be like that. We put some crap out in the media, and then everybody's just crawling over that for a while. Maybe we scrimp around and get a couple of signings here just to give the fans enough satisfaction. But there's no real strides being made by the football club to go and win the trophy, to go and win the title or challenge for the title. So it's a piss-poor situation. Yeah, Ryan Burberspin says installments are the downfall at the moment. Absolutely. The installments, Edward Woodward trying to get this football club financed, basically. Trying to get it all on the never, never. That is the situation at United. It's bought on the never, never. It's bought using debt money. And now they're effectively trying to sign players, through the old catalogue. Do you know what I mean? They're trying to get him on the catalogue on the monthly. It's shocking, my friends. It's absolutely shocking. What has this football club become, in all honesty? Like, what has this football club become when the situation is United are trying to sign players, every single player, on the never. It's a joke. Asvel Hussein says, is he injured? Well, this is the thing. We need a proper report to come out at this moment in time. I'm still waiting on that. But we saw him go off at the end of the game. We saw him go off injured. So let's see what happens. There he is going off injured, lads and lasses. Whether or not it's that much of a serious situation, we'll see. But it didn't look good, and it didn't sound good by all accounts anyway. Illy United. What's going on with you, Illy? He says, yep, Dejan like Rice, Grealish, 70 million, LOL. 70 million on Grealish and Rice in these places doesn't represent good value for money at all. This is why I think United should go and looking elsewhere. I do like the David Neres link. I do think that is quite a good link. MBG says, our chief is a potato head. You got that one right, my friend. Eddie Woody, King Edward Woodward. That's what he's called, the potato head, King Edward. Paul Lucas, what's crack-a-lacking, Paul? He says, I'm wondering about our scouting network. I mean, the players we're after, any one of us could come up with. It's a fair point, Paul Lucas. Look, we've actually had a lot of joy bringing players through our own academy and stuff like that recently. In terms of signing gems out of nowhere, look, it's difficult, isn't it? It doesn't happen that often in this day and age because of how much money's in the game. It's rare to get you in the Manjavicic's for your cheap amounts of money and stuff like that, or your Andy Robertsons for 8 million. But look, I do think you're right. I think our overall scouting network is definitely not what it used to be in the 90s. It's still obviously one of the best and one of the most widespread, but I think we used to get better players coming in at all levels back in the day. But maybe it's just a different era for United, totally different situation at the football club with different owners and a different manager and a totally different situation. Wakas Akram comments, Reguilon is a dead deal now. Well, it remains to be seen that if he's just got a bruised ankle, he'll be all right in a couple of days. If it's a strained ligament or a sprained ankle or whatever, I mean, it depends. We don't know what the situation is yet with his ankle injury. He's going to probably have I would imagine they would have a scan on it sometime pretty soon to find out what the deal is. If you carried off and you've had a challenge come in and you've rolled your ankle pretty badly. I mean, I've had it where my ankle's blown up like a balloon before, where I thought it was broken, but it wasn't. It was just a bad twist, and it's bruised up, and it's taken me a real good few days to be able to walk properly. That would be okay. That would be absolutely okay for him, wouldn't it? Because he'd be okay to still join Manchester United in this window, realistically. But if it's anything more serious than that, then of course it's no good. Thank you very much for that. Saying nice show, Gabriel Cujo. Much appreciate that, dude. Tafster9 says he's shit. Are you talking about Sergio Reguilon? I mean, from what we've seen, he's pretty damn good, mate. I mean, he's got some pretty impressive statistics. Let me just find you some of his statistics right here, because I've seen some of his statistics, and I was impressed by his statistics. So in terms of being a really good player, I mean, look, it depends, doesn't it? We haven't seen him in the Premier League yet, but against us, for Sevilla, he was good. He does have some good qualities about him. So let's just not write a player off before we've actually seen him at the football club as well. Let's give him a little chance here. I think that he's going to develop and turn into a really good player. He's created 40 chances in the 2019-2020 season. The only under-23 fullbacks who created more across Europe's top 5 leagues were Pervis Estupiñán and Theo Hernandez and Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're the only people that created more chances than Sergio Reguilon, who were under 23 years of age, in the whole of the top 5 leagues in the 2019-2020 season. So in terms of statistics, in terms of chance creation, I would say that he is a pretty damn good player when it comes to chance creation and making opportunities for your side. So those statistics say that he is a very good player. Those statistics say that he's had a very good season, helping Sevilla on the road to win the Europa League final. Thank you, Bhavesh Brambat. He says, love the content. Keep it up. Thank you, Bhavesh. That's so nice of you to say. Please do us a favour then, Bhavesh, and everyone. Please smash that thumbs up button. If you have not done so already, please leave a cheeky little like on the video. That will help this stream out amazingly. And thank you to all you legends that do that. Really appreciate it. Great stuff. Matt Rush says 136 likes on the way to 150, lads and lasses. Get in there. Ellie comments, Tottenham Hotspur manager Jose Mourinho has reportedly personally called Sergio Reguilon in an attempt to beat his old side Manchester United to the Real Madrid left back. Yes, we heard about this earlier, actually, Ellie, unless that's some breaking news about Jose there, but thank you so much. Like in regards to Tottenham being interested in Reguilon. Also, Arsenal was supposed to have entered the fray, so yeah, you're right, Ellie, like there was other teams that were sniffing around Reguilon. It wasn't exclusively going to be United, and we also understood that Sevilla have offered and tabled a loan offer again to take him on loan for a season. So there's still other clubs who are sniffing around him. Like, this doesn't guarantee anything. Manchester United are not guaranteed to sign this player. We have to show the intent and the desire to convince him to come to this football club more than any of the other ones. And I think we can offer him the biggest profile and more than any of the other teams can. But we also need to offer him those assurances. We also need to, to make it legitimate by actually tabling the correct offer. Ray Reddington says Reguilon was voted best left back in La Liga last season. Watched him against Ukraine, best player on the pitch, and he needed no further treatment after the match, according to Simon Stonebuddy. Well, that's absolutely brilliant then. If that is the case, I'm very happy with that. Hopefully we get him in a few days' time. That is great stuff. I mean, after a horror tackle, if you don't need any further injury, it's brilliant. If you get carried off the pitch and you don't need any further injury, that is the ideal scenario, my friends. So hopefully this deal is still alive. Hopefully it's still alive for United. There's still another few clubs that are sniffing around him. So we will see what happens there. But yeah, Sergio Reguilon, that's excellent if that's the case. Let's hope that is the case. I mean, Simon Stone's a pretty trusted source, to be fair. So we'll see what goes on. Gandhi, thank you so much for that, my friend. Sanket Vegancast says the transfer news has gone cold since Van der Beek's arrival. Is this the silence before the storm? I hope you're right, mate. I hope there is just an absolute upturn in it now. But the fact is, Manchester United have been slow in this window for a reason, because we have incompetent melters at the top who are not really truly invested in improving in this window. So that's the massive hold up. But yeah, I do think that that it's gone quiet because. We're dawdling, man. We're just penny pinching. We're not trying to really invest and give Ollie the best players. So I'm sickened by it, my friends. Mark Vu says, yes, thanks, Mr. P. Hope you did too. Did you enjoy your meal? What meal did you have, Mrs. P? By the way, put a cake emoji in the live chat for Mrs. P, the cake bandit. She says, chocolate eclair. Nice one to you, Mrs. P. You are absolutely a cake fiend, aren't you? Thank you, that United family. Kerwin Williams says, Man United first priority is Jadon Sancho. I hope so, my friend. I mean, we've been talking about this for a few days now. It makes so much sense to get him in there for various reasons. Like Rio Ferdinand, it made sense to get him in. It's a great player who's going to be one of the best in the world for a decade. Why wouldn't you want that at your football club? And you do have to pay a premium to get that at your football club. So it makes so much sense to get him in there. I don't see the hold up and the delay in doing it. I think it's just a complete shambles from the top down. We're trying to finance the deal. Woodward's had his pants pulled down. Woodward's trying to pull Dortmund's pants down. They don't want their pants pulled down, Woodward. You're the one who has their pants pulled down, mate. They don't want their pants pulled down. So I don't know what he's doing with his business in the transfer window, but it's not good business. He pissed Dortmund off. I would not be surprised if he ended up going elsewhere, my friends. I really wouldn't. Just out of sheer spitefulness from Dortmund now. But I do hope United can resolve this with Dortmund and renegotiate and get the deal done. It would be piss poor. I mean, let's have a vote then, guys. Please do us a favour and smash a 1 in the live chat if you think United are going to end up with Sancho. Smash anything else in the live chat if you don't think we're going to get Sancho. David Alex says, can we get Sancho? We can, but will we? Probably not. Mohammed MB says, do you think McTominay can be developed as a defensive midfielder? I do, actually. Yeah, I think he's a good big unit. He gets himself about. He's passionate. He's, he can be quite firm in the tackle and stuff like that. He's got the right attitude. Yeah, is he ever going to be a world beater? I don't know. So, Primot he says, yeah, Matt Rush with the 1, Ryan Burberspin with the 1, Phil Mike with the 2, Waka Sakram 1, Richard Verbenik 1, Gabriel Cujo 1, Kayam 69, dude. JMR TV says Sergio Reguilon question mark. Richard Verbenik 1, Alan Spence 1. Right, okay. Thank you so much for that. Hey, by the way, Ellie, thank you so much, Ellie, for getting in here. The moderator on this channel, one of the moderators on this channel. Shout out to you. She sent a PayPal over. You're an absolute legend, Ellie. I don't think there's a message with it again, but either way, thank you so much for sending that over. You're a bloody legendress. Really appreciate that, Ellie. Shout out to Ellie. Stick a thumbs up emoji in the live chat for Ellie. Appreciate it. Right, okay then, let's go back into your comment section then, lads and lasses. Let's just get into this. There's a couple of other little tidbits to talk about. Michael Zorc remains completely relaxed with almost all of Borussia's Dortmund transfer business already done. So Dortmund claiming that their transfer business has already been done and they're completely relaxed. You know, it's more PR bullshit battling at the moment between the two football clubs. Yeah, like I said about Jan Arne Fjortoft as well in regards to Thiago. We'll see what goes on there. There's still rumblings and murmurs that maybe United could be in for Thiago. It would be a great signing. Liverpool's still in for Thiago. We'll see what goes on with Thiago. Right, okay then. Great stuff. Let's get into the comment section, lads and lasses. Shout out to you all for stopping by and getting involved tonight. I'll probably do, I don't know, how long should I do the show tonight for, lads and lasses? I'll probably, you know, I don't want to flog a dead horse. Obviously, we've come on here to talk about the possibility of Reguilon not being able to sign for Manchester United due to injury. But hopefully, I mean, it's coming out. I mean, I haven't seen anything official yet, though, from Spain or anybody in, or of course, Real Madrid in regards to Reguilon's injury update. So all we know is he's gone off at the end of the game there, and it looked like he rolled his ankle and it looked quite nasty. So that's all we know at this stage in terms of is he going to be okay. Simon Stone, it seems like, has come out and said that hopefully he's going to need no further treatment. So, you know, let's just hope that this everything is positive on this one. But like Matt Rush says in the live chat here, there's nothing official yet, Pig. So we just got to wait and see what happens in regards to that one, my friends. Aaron Homeyard says, all night long, all night, yeah, all night long. Thank you, Aaron Homeyard. Seaborn Glacias, what's going on, Seaborn? He says, Sancho, deal done by 12 noon, 100%. Seaborn, you are one optimistic fellow. I have to say that. Like, how optimistic can you be? I hope that that's the case, my friend. I would give myself a mangasm all day if that was the case, but I really don't think that's going to happen, mate. Alan Spence says, yeah, an all-nighter. Sami Astabadi says, should Rashford keep his place in the team when he gets back after a host of poor performances and now injuries? Yes, my friend, I will keep up my staunch defence of Marcus Rashford being in Manchester United's team forever, my friend, because he's had a really good season overall. He was coming back after a spinal injury, which obviously is going to hinder him a little bit. He was also carrying an ankle injury towards the end of the season there, which is also going to hinder him. Not good. If you look at the first half of the season, he was probably Manchester United's best player. 14 league goals before Christmas, my friend. Not too shabby for Marcus. Very, very good, in fact. He was on course to get somewhere near 30 by that strike rate. So, look, that was an amazing first half of the season. You don't have that long of a good period of consistency for the first half of the season to the point where you're a match winger for so many games and then just suddenly go to being shit. No. He has had other issues going on, I'm sure, with his injuries and getting back and being 100%. And maybe there's a confidence thing there and other aspects. But I do think that Rashford's a class player. I think we need to stick with him, need to keep the faith in him, believe in him at left wing there, because he's going to be a great player for club and country for next decade, man. He's developing as well still. He's only 22. I think Rashford has come on this season really far compared to previous seasons. Solskjaer's really worked well with him, as he has with a lot of the other players. So I don't know about that one. I think Rashford's a good player. Yo, Atul Anukumar, thank you for that. He says, Chong scored 2 against Werder Bremen. Mate, that is absolutely awesome, isn't it? Tahith Chong doing some bits over in the Bundes, mate. Are you serious? That's excellent stuff. Sashmi Shrestha says, what do you think is the best centre-back option for United? Me, personally, I think Upamecano. JP says, Pig, bit early, but what's your favourite Christmas movie? That is a little bit early, JP. My favourite Christmas movie, crikey, you put me on the spot with this one. I liked Santa Claus, the movie, the old school one with like Dudley Moore in. Who remembers that? That was badass. Also, I liked Bernard and the Genie. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you've ever seen Bernard and the Genie. It's just like this random English sort of made-for-TV movie that I don't think anybody's seen, starring Rowan Atkinson and Lenny Henry and also some other bloke. I forget who his name is now. You know it. Alan Cumming. That's his name, Alan Cumming. Stick a 1 in the live chat if you've ever seen Bernard and the Genie. Probably none of you have. But those are my favourite Christmas movies, mate. Thank you for asking. Right then. Yeah, nice one. Let's get back into the comment section then, lads and lasses. What do you guys think about Ryan Fraser going to Newcastle along with Callum Wilson, eh? Come on, let's talk about that, because they're getting business done, man. It's piss poor. Jack Kernock says Home Alone, in my opinion. Great shout. Great shout, Jack Kernock. Nobody's seen it, you see. I knew nobody had seen that movie. Oh, Alan Spence has. He says, yeah, it's class. In the United says, one. Oh, you have seen it. Brilliant. Yeah, not many people have seen that film, by the way. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's good. It's good. It's just a good sort of budget English movie. It's funny, man. It's probably on YouTube. Bernard and the Genie. Check it out. Anyway. Right, yeah, what do you guys think about that? It's a joke, man. Ryan Fraser. Oh, man. Signing players, man. We're not signing any players. What's that all about? Okay, we did sign Van der Beek, but we're not signing any enough players. Harry Andrews says, Sancho, Van der Beek and Reguilon rate that window 8 for me. Yeah, that would be pretty decent. I would take that all day long, actually. I mean, it would be nice to get a centre back in as well, but I would accept those 3 players coming in, especially Jadon Sancho. Sancho, Van der Beek and Reguilon, I'd take that all day long, Harry Andrews. Let's have a look then. Yeah, Dejan says, I like Home Alone 1, 2 and 3. You like the third one? What's the matter with you, Dejan? I understand the first 2, they're awesome, but the third one's an atrocity to cinema, my friend. Paul Lucas says, Elf is the best Christmas movie. Yeah, if you're about freaking 6. No, it is good. It is good. It is good. I like it too. Yeah, nice one. Jarvis Cocker says Fraser is a mediocre signing, never going to get enough for Man United. I agree. It's not good for United, but the point I'm making is it's just Newcastle are getting business done, and Manchester United seem to not be able to get the business done at the moment. Sashmeet Shrestha says, do you think Upamecano and Maguire will complement each other as both of them are not nearly as fast and both are right footed? Yeah, I mean, look, I think it'll be more pace in the side than we've got currently. I think Upamecano is very athletic. I think he's very strong. I think he's very good physically. I'd much rather have just good, solid defenders who read the game very intelligently, who have that ability to clear balls away and have that aerial ability in terms of aerial battles, which I don't think Victor Lindelof does. So that is why I think that Victor Lindelof's not good enough, because of not just about pace. It's also just about how he reads the game. He's good on the ball and stuff like that, but defensively, he leaves left a lot to be desired. Yeah, Die Hard says GJ Samuel. Great shout. Now you're talking. That is a great Christmas movie as well, you got to say. Santhos Santi comments, we aren't challenging for top 4 if we don't get Sancho. I agree with you, my friend. There's a very good chance Manchester United do not challenge for top 4 if we don't sign more players in this window, simply because all the other teams are making strides in that direction to improve. Teams like Arsenal and Tottenham might even, maybe, surprise a few people next season. We'll see, hopefully not. Everton have improved a bit in this window. They've got Carlo Ancelotti there. I'm a little bit worried about them as a dark horse this season. I think they might have a little surge and have a good season. You never know. Manchester Glory Gaming says, play Call of Duty, pig. I don't know, I might play that free one, actually, whatever it's called, my friend, I forget the name of it, but I might download it and check it out. Jarvis Cocker says, National Lampoon's Christmas is the ultimate Christmas movie. Chevy Chase at his best. Yeah, great shout, Jarvis Cocker, but not as good as National Lampoon's Vacation or European Vacation, but still a good movie, but not Chevy Chase at his best. Surely that would be the other National Lampoon movies, but I hear you, my friend. Yeah, well, I feel like that's what's going on at Manchester United. If anybody's ever seen National Lampoon's Vacation, I feel like that's what's going on at United. We've got bloody Wally World at United at the moment. We're full of Wallies at the top. That's what's going on, man. Woodward World. That's what's going on. Woodward Wally World. That's what it is, mate. Bunch of bloody Wallies. It took you 30 years, though, Scousers says, when are you playing games again? So, soon, my friend. Yeah, I need to get on the old gaming channel and play soon. Click on Flying Pig Gaming in the link in the description to join the channel, subscribe to the channel. It will be soon, my friend. Look, I've been very busy the last few days, but I will definitely play some games, absolutely. Very, very soon. I love the gaming. Going to get deep into FIFA 21 then when that comes out, which isn't that far away. So we're definitely going to do that. Ellie says, I like the first Vacation too. Had Holiday Road stuck in my head for days. Me too. I still got it stuck in my head regularly. Holiday Road. I can't sing. Colin Zachiri in Nidaforci says, what are these players still doing in Man United? Chris Smalling, Marcus Rojo, Phil Jones, Jesse Lingard, and Diogo Dalot. I don't know what they're still doing here, Collins. I guess just generally sort of stinking up the place, really. Chris Smalling, man, I mean, he's on his way to Roma. It looks like he's going to be rekindling that relationship with Roma next season after being on loan with them for the last season and impressing and doing well and looking happy and doing some good stuff over there. They want him back. 13 to 14 million euros is what's being reported at the moment. Anyway, that looks like it's going to get done. Marcus Rojo, Phil Jones. Phil Jones was linked to Newcastle as well. We'll see if that materialises. I don't know about it. I think there's not many teams out there would like to pay Phil Jones 130 grand a week. Jesse Lingard, same sort of thing. Who's going to pay Jesse's wages? Will they want Jesse in the side? He does have some good attributes, but most of the time he's just not up to the standard, and he just doesn't look like a United player. So are there going to be any other top teams that can afford him? I don't know about that one. Diogo Dalot, I think, still young. I mean, I haven't seen too much from him. I would like to see more in terms of qualities, because I think he's sometimes this season been disappointing when we have seen him, but we haven't seen a great deal from him, and he is still really young. So give him a little bit more time, because he is young. Definitely give him a chance. Same goes for Dan James as well. Young, give him a chance, give him time, belief. Jack Kernock says, Upamecano for 30 million plus the GOAT Phil Jones. Great deal. What do you think? I think that is a great deal. They should take it all day long. I mean, actually, in all honesty, if they did get a player like Jones or Smalling or someone in return, you know, it's not a bad look for anybody that. Maybe we should be trying to use these players as a bargaining tool. In all seriousness, like, Phil Jones is a good player for... Not everybody can be Man United standard, you know? But he is a good player for some of the lesser teams around Europe, like Werder Bremen or something. Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you, Matt Rush. He said subscribe to the channel. Yes, if you are tuning in right now, lads and lasses, and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome if you want to get involved with this channel. We do Man United reactions to all the latest news, transfer news we're doing throughout this transfer window, match reactions, match reviews, watch-alongs, the lot. So get involved. Also check out the website, flyandpigunited.com, for your Manchester United news source. And just generally, thank you for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, get involved throughout. Happy to have you on here on Flying Pig United. It's a great community and legend, so get involved. Ray Reddington says, would you swap Greenwood for Sancho, Pig? Absolutely not, my friend. Would I swap my prize pig for somebody else's prize pig? No, I like my prize pig. You know what I mean? But in all honesty, like, no, I wouldn't. I think Greenwood's going to be one of the best players in the world. He's got 2 or 3 years less development than Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho's been playing at a good level for Dortmund here for a couple of seasons now. So let's just see how Greenwood develops. I've got a feeling Greenwood's going to be one of the very best. But what I like about Greenwood and what I like about Sancho coming into play with that forward line, it's just a great young forward line that's going to be developing and hopefully playing for England for a long time as well. Rashford, Sancho, Greenwood. Martial, of course, is in the mix as well, which is brilliant. But I think Sancho adds a lot to that. Greenwood can be that striker. He can be that CAM. He can be that left winger. He can be that right winger. So I love the whole Mason Greenwood situation at United for him, even after Sancho comes in. I think he's going to get a lot of time, get a lot of games, get a lot of development, and really be a great asset and a quality player for Manchester United. Joel Abraham, yes, Joel, says Rashford / Dan James, left Greenwood / Sancho, right Martial / Igalo, striker, 6-3 players in 3 positions is the way to go. Sorry, I didn't get any of that, my friend. Oh, okay, Rashford or Dan James on the left, Greenwood or Sancho on the right, Martial or Igalo as striker. Yeah, that's it, exactly, that's it. Rashford on the left, Sancho on the right, or Greenwood, like you say, and Igalo up top. Yeah, that's the way to go until January. But after that, then, of course, Greenwood's got the ability. He can just come in there and play that striker position. George Gaming says, hi, sorry I'm late. I was watching another live stream on YouTube. No worries at all, George Gaming. Thank you for stopping in here and getting involved. Hit that like button, George, and have your say in the live comments about anything we're talking about, dude. Ryan McGoey says, what happened to Reguilon? So he got taken off injured at the last few minutes of the game tonight against Ukraine. He was carried off. I'll just show you a little picture of it, basically. It didn't look too good by all accounts. We're hearing some reports, you know what it's like though, but we're hearing some reports that he's okay and that he's fine, but he obviously was taken off. He had a nasty injury. There's a picture of it. He doesn't look okay to me, but of course they will have to have a scan. They'll have to look into this. They'll have to find out what the deal is. Look, the title of this video says, Reguilon horror injury ends Man United pursuit, ? So we don't know yet. Will this end Man United's pursuit? If he is fine, then it obviously won't. If he's only going to take a few days to recover, then it won't. But if it turns into a matter of weeks where it's an injury where he's out for a few weeks, then that is absolutely going to affect Manchester United's pursuit of him in this window. It might not affect it going forward for the future in the January window or something like that, but right now it would definitely affect our pursuit of him if that's the case. If it's only out for a few days, then spot on, it'll be fine. Paul Lucas says, too bad João Phoenix isn't available. He would be a good shout for a Sancho alternative. Yeah, he's a lot of money though, isn't he? He's a heck of a lot of money, but so Sancho, so I hear what you're saying. Yeah, Jack Carnock says him not being on a stretcher is a good sign, though. Very true. That's the thing with ankle injury, though. It's very funny. Like I was saying before this, earlier on in the show, I rolled my ankle really bad once and twisted it. I was adamant it was broken or just horrendously injured in some way. But actually, when I got to the hospital, and it was massive, it was swelled up massive by the time I got there. You know, it just turned out it was a light sprain. And I felt like an absolute melt. Not a light sprain. It went black and blue the next day. It was really bad. But, you know, I was off my feet for a few days. No worse than that. No worse than that. So, Eddie A comments, I don't give two shits about Reguilon, to be honest. Well, that's a little bit harsh, Eddie A. I mean, he would be a good player that could add something to our team. He's not a star player or a big name player or a really exciting player. But at this moment, who are United being linked with other than Sancho, which looks like it could or could not materialise? You know what I mean? So, yeah. George Gaming says, what's been going on in this live so far? Oh, you'll probably have to catch up, George. It's hard for me to explain it all. But basically, Reguilon's got a little injury. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, it is a little injury anyway. Nice one. Peter Chibuke. Patrick, thank you very much for getting in here. Hey, we've hit over 150 likes, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by and getting in here tonight for tonight's stream. You bunch of Legiondes. Appreciate every single one of you who's done that. Nice one. And anyone who's given it a share, such as Aaron Homeyard, Matty Rush, Ellie, these guys and gals that do this and share these videos, shout out to you guys. You're a bunch of bloody heroes of the channel. Nice one. Ryan McGoey says, do you think Maguire should be the captain? Me personally, I don't really, Ryan. I think that he should not be the captain anymore, just based on the fact he was in that situation to begin with. It's not a good look for him right now to be United captain going over there and partying in Mykonos right now anyway, when he should have been playing in the bloody Europa League final, but we got knocked out. Is he entitled to do that as a young free man, you know, on his summer holiday, on his summer break? He is, but there's a global pandemic on the go at the moment, and we're supposed to be staying at home and stuff like that. I would imagine that still applies to Harry Maguire. I mean, there's players that have gone abroad and they've had to quarantine for a couple of weeks now, so it's not the most responsible thing to do anyway. I just don't really understand it. What's the need and what's the necessity? Shout out to Lorenzo for subscribing, by the way. What's the need and what's the necessity to go out there partying in Mykonos? Why can't you just go to bloody Butlins or something and have a beano with the family and just chill out and just go to the Isle of Wight if you really have to go abroad? You know what I mean? Go and see, you know, anyway, no, don't worry. But thank you very much for the comment and the question there. Yeah, Joel Abraham says Reguilon was playing for a move, one of his best games. Absolutely. And like there was a couple of other things that we talked about earlier on in the stream, which just little signs, no major clues. It doesn't mean anything, guys, but the little photo with De Gea the other day, and the fact that he followed Pogba and Greenwood today on social media, and the fact that he changed his profile picture from a Sevilla shirt to a Spain shirt, and he took Real Madrid out of his bio, and all these other things lead to the fact that he is leaving the club. Doesn't mean he's joining United, but he's followed a couple of United players. It was looking likely, so let's hope that there's no serious injury with this one, lads and lasses, and he's going to be okay to join us. I think it will be a good signing. Sanket Vegan Car comments, Bruno was the man of the match for Portugal in the absence of Ronaldo. Portugal national team heading the right way. Yeah, my brother was watching that game. He told me about that. Shout out to my brother tactician Tom. I didn't watch the game, but he was telling me about how they were just playing fantastically well, and Bruno was running the show. Everything he touched turned to gold, and that's without Cristiano Ronaldo. He's actually saying Portugal have got a really good crop and a generation coming through now. So watch out with, you know, Bruno Fernandes in the heart of that midfield too. Ryan McGoey, I do think Sancho will come, but I'm not 100% at this moment in time. Illis says, I was great goalkeeper, Ryan. I needed to go in 17. I make my career over. Damn. Oh, no, my friend. Well, I was a goalkeeper as well in there. It's funny how many of us were goalkeepers when we were growing up, mate. Mrs. P. Cake Bandit says, I have to pick McDonald's, DJ Samuel, but my favourite is Burger King. How about you? My favourite sort of fast food place, probably, yeah, I do like a bit of McDonald's, to be fair, you know. It's all just crap, though, isn't it? It's all just crap. G-Wolf, shout out to you, G-Wolf. He says, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to you, G-Wolf United. Appreciate it. One of the mods as well. Thank you to all the mods that do a wicked job on here, making sure this live chat community stays nice and, well, not clean, because we don't really give a shite. But in terms of, like, getting rid of arseholes and abusive people and racists and all those wankers, then that is brilliant stuff by them. Thank you so much to all the mods. Legends, man. George, okay, George, I'll just call you George then, George. Thank you, George. Thank you for that, George. I'll just call you George then, George. Nice one. Sashmeat Shrestha says, what would you rather have, Mbappe or Sancho? I'd probably rather have Oh, crikey. I'd probably rather have Kylian Mbappe just because he's further developed and he is more of a player at this moment in time. But Sancho's younger. Sancho can develop and be in that tier of players, absolutely. They're already in that sort of same echelon when you're talking about statistics out there for the last season. Primot says it's a special type of crazy to be a keeper. They're all nutters. I think that's true. Palomera says, we love the mods. Shout out to the mods. Stick a love emoji in the live chat for the moderators of this channel, lads. And that says, oh yeah, do it. I'm going to stick one in there too. Stick a heart emoji in the live chat. Boom. Joel Abraham says, first manager sacked Pig. This season, that's a very interesting point you make there. First manager sacked this season. Crikey. Do you know what? Ooh, first manager sacked this season. I'm going David Moyes. If in doubt, go David Moyes. That's what I always say. He started, of course, he's at West Ham. If in doubt, go David Moyes. That's what I've learned in my life. If in doubt, go David Moyes to get sacked first. Wengy Simmons says the Fulham manager will be the first one sacked. Maybe, maybe not. It depends. They've got lesser expectations, don't they? Nice one, Brian Tellers, Jack Kernock, DJ Samuel, JP, Jarvis Cocker for getting in there with the love heart emojis. Ray Reddington says Newcastle manager Mike Ashley is ruthless. Yeah, true, Steve Bruce. You never know, he might be getting sacked. But he's just actually been backed in this window by the looks of it, with Newcastle signing a couple of players. Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser looking likely. Ryan Fraser's already been done, and Callum Wilson looking likely. So they've got some pretty awesome, they've got some pretty good players for them anyway. For them, those are a couple of good signings. So they've actually backed their manager to a degree in this window, which I don't usually do. I mean, last year they did spend like 30 million on Joe Linton, who turned out to be quite shite. Jarvis comments, if we sign Reguilon and Sanchez, it's a top window. Sorry, I think you mean Sancho. He says it'll be a top window, but does it mean Solskjaer's happy with our centre-backs? Could we expect Twanzebe to step up? Yeah, that's a good option. Twanzebe's only 22, and what we've seen of him, we've all liked and enjoyed in the past. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be looking at using Twanzebe as an option. I'd rather play him than Lindelof right now. I'm sure a lot of you would. Let's have a little vote, actually. Like, in all honesty, because remember, Lindelof has played some good games, especially he had a couple of good games towards the end of the season, and he's okay. He's a good player, but he's not a great player. Have a little vote. Would you rather start the season and give the opportunity to Twanzebe, stick a 1 in the live chat for that, or do you think Victor Lindelof is the man to persevere with and give him the opportunity to be that partner alongside Harry Maguire? Stick a 2 in the live chat for Lindelof. Stick a 1 in the live chat for Twanzebe. Stick a 2 in the live chat for Lindelof. Yes, Daniel Kamui, we're just waiting on official confirmation if he's going to be okay or not. Hopefully he's going to be okay, but he's obviously gone off at the end of the game in the Ukraine game, Spain versus Ukraine, with a bad-looking injury, a bit of a horror tackle. So we'll see, guys. We'll see what happens, whether or not, if he's going to be okay. Hopefully Sergio Reguilon's going to be still able to come to Manchester United in this transfer window. But if not, then maybe at a later date, but hopefully it will be in this transfer window. Ray Reddington thinks Pau Torres. Look at all these votes coming in for Twanzebe. Look at all these votes. I'm surprised at that. I thought a lot of people would rather Lindelof. Palmeria says 2 because Twanzebe is never fit. Fair enough. He did have an injury. No worries, George. Thanks for getting in here, my friend. Good luck with school tomorrow. 3rd day of year 11. Waking up at 6:45, mate. Those were the days, my friend. Don't you worry about that, dude. Those are the days of your life, my friend. Enjoy it, George. Thank you for stopping by. Luke Nutley comments, I'm probably the only one that thinks this, but in my opinion, I prefer Chiesa than Sancho. Less talented, cheaper, but puts his full effort in every game. Very interesting point, Luke. It's not all about technical abilities on the football. It's also about the mental side of it, the effort levels, the heart, the determination, the character. All of that is very important to me as well as a Manchester United fan. We want the right sort of players, the right sort of mentality. You want winners. You want people who are fighters. You don't want melters and hangers-on and prima donnas and that sort of stuff. But I think Sancho is a very hard-working player as well, in all honesty. Mikey Smith, shout out to you, my friend. Where is he? I can't see him, but he's... Oh, yeah, nice one, Mikey Smith. Great to see you in here. One of the channel members as well. Shout out to all the channel members. Get your favourite channel member emoji in the live chat if you want to. Best in the world comments, Pig, do you think Sancho will sign? If so, when? I think there's a good chance of him signing. I think if it's going to be in a time frame, I would imagine it will be near the end of the window, because I think United are trying to draw this out, drag it out in an attempt to save a little bit of money. We're hearing all sorts of players linked with Manchester United in the media and in the press. It's an attempt for Manchester United really to try and pressure Dortmund into accepting a little bit less a little bit earlier on. We'll see if it happens. I'm sure we're going to go back and renegotiate. We need him. I would be sickened and disgusted by our board if we didn't at least go and try and get Sancho, because he's a must sign for me this window. Wengy Simmons says Lampard will be sacked if he does not win the title. I mean, it depends, doesn't it? It depends what he wins along the way. If he picks up a cup, if he finishes second, I really don't think he's going to get the sack. If he doesn't win the title, though, I mean, look, I don't know if we should be expecting Lampard to even challenge for the title now. I think they'll still do well to get top 3 or top 4, which is where they finished last season. So they'll still do well to do that simply because of Liverpool being the seasoned team that they are, the ready-made machine that they are. Man City, same sort of thing with them. They're always going to be up there and thereabouts. It's difficult to break in and match the consistency of those teams at the moment for the teams like United and Chelsea, who are still developing and still trying to build. Legends, guys, thank you. Jim Joe Bobley comments, Spanish outlet AS is reporting that Reguilon went straight to hospital for x-rays. Okay, so let's see what happens in that one. AS obviously reporting that in Spain. Thank you for the update, Jim Joe Bobley. If that's the case, I hope it's not serious. I just hope it's not a major injury concern. Mr. Ipswich Town says, evening again, Mr. Pig. Evening to you, Mr. Ipswich Town. Thank you for getting in here, bro. How are you tonight? GR7 says, definitely need 2 more in. 100% agree with you, my friend. DJ Samuel says, it's going to be 3.5 months since my ex... Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that, DJ Samuel. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear about your ex-girlfriend passing away from COVID, DJ Samuel. Everybody, stick a love heart in the live chat for DJ Samuel. That is really, really sad to hear, my friend. And I'm very, very sorry for your loss, honestly. Thoughts with you, Samuel. Sankat Vegan Casters was delighted to see Mason Greenwood debut for England in the first 11 for the next match. Really love this young boy, getting Van Persie vibes seeing him. Oh, 100%. Yeah, I would like to have seen Mason Greenwood start the game. And of course, absolutely get those live chats in there for Samuel. I'm so sad to hear that, my friend. That's absolutely just terrible news, honestly. I'm very, very sorry to hear that. Nice one, guys. Yeah, stick those love heart emojis in the live chat there. That's very, very sad news. It just puts things into perspective, doesn't it, really, lads and lasses? It puts things into the perspective. Here we are getting pissed off about bloody Reguilon getting injured, but realistically, there's less, who gives a shit, really, in this sort of bullshit stuff. Look at all those heart emojis in there for you, Samuel, my friend. Shout out to you. Stay strong, brother. I know it must be a difficult time, but stay strong, brother, because, there's better days ahead, I'm sure, I believe. Daniel Thomas says, we signed Dallo while injured. We can sign Reguilon too. Interesting. Well, look, in terms of what it takes to pass a medical, it does vary, obviously. If you're unable to complete a medical because of an ankle injury, you're not going to be fit to be able to run and have the test done and all that sort of stuff. So it all really depends how injured you are. Trills MS says, how did Reguilon get injured? So look, I haven't actually seen the tackle. I'm wondering if I can find a clip of it now, because I just heard about it after the game. But if I just have a quick look at the transcript here. Basically, I think there was a bit of a horror tackle on him by an opposition player from Ukraine. It just simply says here, Viktor Kovalenko is shown the yellow card for a bad foul. Sergio Reguilon went off injured after Spain had used all their subs. So he was, I think he rolled his ankle. There's a bad foul committed, and Sergio Reguilon has injured himself. From what we understand, AS are reporting over in Spain. If that's true from Jim Joe Bobley, thank you, Jim Joe, that he's on his way to hospital to get X-ray scans done. That makes a lot of sense to find out what's happened. The Cont comments, I like it, the Cont. He says, I would have liked Reguilon after a solid season, but we all know left-back isn't our main worry. So as long as we get a centre-back and Sancho, I will be happy. Me too, the Cont. I totally agree with you, my friend. And I think that centre-back's very important for us, but we don't seem to be doing much to address that. We've been linked with a few players, Badiashile, of course, Upamecano, Koulibaly, but there's nothing real serious and concrete in terms of what United are trying to do there. I'd like to think we will go and get someone. I don't know. I think the Sancho deal is definitely going to happen. It makes the most sense for everybody involved to get a player of that caliber for United for the next 10 years. It buys into that whole ethos of what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and, to be fair, what Woodward and the Glazers are trying to do now, which is buy a different type of player. I think that's the case. Nice one. Yeah. Jarvis Cocker says an ankle injury is nothing a roller tape can't fix. Mate, bunch of wet lettuces these days. Get the old magic sponge out and get on up, Sergio. Daniel Thomas says, who do you want for centre-back? Really hope Sancho comes. Me, personally, I would like Upamecano. VM says, Reguilon injury update. The only injury update we've got at the moment is that he obviously was substituted off at the end of the game. There's some reports, Simon Stone said it looks like maybe he won't need more treatment. But then we're also hearing reports from AS that he's been rushed to hospital for further scans and x-rays and stuff like that, which is of course what they're going to do on this one. This is professional football. They've got a lot of resources, and of course they will find out pretty soon what the severity of this situation is. But Italy United says Reguilon will be fine. I hope he is. Hopefully there's no ligament damage or anything like that. Ted Zavala says maybe we can get him cheaper with an injury. It depends if he can pass his medical, etc., etc. Gandhi says magic horse placenta. We need to get Mr. Miyagi in doing his healing. That's what we need to get. We need to get Mr. Miyagi. Oh, excellent. Jim Joe Bobley says official Spanish FA Twitter account confirming Reguilon has ankle sprain. No break. I hope you're right anyway. Look, Jim Joe, at this stage, I'm going to take your comments with a pinch of salt. That's no disrespect, my friend. I hope you're right, and it sounds legitimate to me, but I don't want to say anything out of turn that's not legit. So, but there you go. I've read it out. Cardinal Omin says, just get Sancho and Upamecano, and we're good to go for the season. I think we could still sign Reguilon though. 100%, man. Why are we not being further linked to Upamecano at this point? He's believed to have that release clause in his contract which comes into effect at a later date, which probably has a large bearing on the reason Man United are playing the waiting game on him also. Nice one, George. Have a good evening, mate. Appreciate you getting in here. Smash a thumbs up on it before you go, everyone, and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel as well, lads and lasses. I'll keep you up to date with 2 daily updates at the moment with all the transfer dealings with Manchester United, as long as there is stuff to talk about, of course. Anuvab Dasgupta comments, injury is not that bad. We'll be back in 3 weeks. Cutting it a little bit fine to maybe get the deal done before the end of the window, but, you know, I think it's, when is it? When does the window end? It's the start of October this year, isn't it? B. Marcus comments, hey bro, if Man United don't fix the defence, the season is a failure. I agree with you, man. I mean, look, we need to get a proper centre-back in there. We need a world-class centre-back. If not a world-class centre-back right now, a player that will be a world-class centre-back in the future. At least take that step to try and solve that issue that we've got at the back. Nice one, guys, everyone. Yeah, night. George Ryan McGoey says Upamecano signed a new contract a few months ago. He did, indeed, until 2023, but there's believed to be a release clause comes into effect, and I think it's July or June 2021. So they obviously signed a new contract. He is allowed a release clause in his contract, but it's obviously not immediate. It comes into effect at a later date, so they can't just give him a new deal and he can leave straight away, but there is one that comes into effect in the future. That is what's being reported, and that seems to be the current situation with Upamecano, which is maybe why a few teams are playing the waiting game and not putting the bids in now, such as United, whereas you could probably get him if you spent a good bit more money to really give the reason to Leipzig to sell him, you know. Hey Mary, how you doing? Aaron Homeyard says the Marinator wants to say hi. The Marinator, that is so funny, like marinade, you know what I mean? But anyway, no, the Marinator. Shout out to you, Mary. Shout out to you, Aaron. Thank you, the Homeyards, for getting in here. I hope you're having a great evening. Thank you so much for tuning in as well, Mary. And Aaron as well. Bunch of heroes of the channel. Thank you, guys. B. Marcus says, hey, bro, if Man United Don. Okay, then. Lauren Hicks comments, I can't stand how slow we seem to be in the transfer market. We should have had Sancho signed by now. Yeah, that's it. We've got unfortunately, a complete melter at the top in the chief exec role, Woodward, who's not a director of football, who doesn't seem to really want to negotiate properly. They're always trying to negotiate under the terms of Manchester United. There's no leeway here. It's our way or the highway. Oh, Erling Haaland wants a future release clause. Nah, we're not doing it. You know, it's bullshit. It's like 120 million. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Surely there's something we can do to meet them in the middle there. Maybe not paying half of the amount up front and financing the rest of the deal. Because that's what it was reported, guys. PS comments, how serious is the Reguilon injury? Well, in terms of seriousness of it, let's find out. There's a little bit of news here. Okay, Samuel Luckhurst. Samuel Luckhurst, the journalist, chief executive writer for Manchester Evening News, Samuel Luckhurst, has commented, nasty-looking ankle injury for Sergio Reguilon in Spain's win over Ukraine. Horrible to hear his reaction. Never mind, see the replays, had to come off. but wasn't treated for that long on the pitch at least. Okay, so that's basically, that's just adding a little bit more there to it. It's obviously, we don't know. Hopefully he has a scan and hopefully he's going to be okay and we can still get him wrapped up, lads and lasses. That's what I hope anyway. Come on, my sons and daughters, let's do this. Abba Latif, thank you. Okay, well, let's have a little, let me know who saw the incident tonight. Who actually saw the incident? Let me have a look at the challenge here, because obviously I missed it. So let me just see if I can find it. Ankle injury, YouTube. I don't know if it will be on there, but probably not. No, I don't think I'm going to be able to find that actually just yet. But either way, it's pretty piss poor. It's not good. It's not good news. Either way, hopefully he'll be okay. JW92 says everything will be good. I hope so, JW. Gandhi says his leg didn't fall off at least. At least all of his limbs stayed intact. You're right there, Gandhi. Davey Fisher says we will get Sancho, but they are penny pinching again. He had to wait till the end of January for Bruno when we lost games. He could have played the same. It's going to happen with Sancho. We need him for next weekend. Totally agree with you, Davey Fisher. We could have got Bruno in the summer. His impact would have been absolutely priceless for Manchester United. Never mind paying a few million more to get him. It would have been priceless to have Bruno as the heart of our midfield again, creating from the off of the start of the season. How much better would we have looked at the start of the season if we had Bruno in there? Bilal Hussein says, do you think we'd get Sancho this season? I do, Bilal, I do. Let's wait and see. I hope so. Abba comments, forget Sancho, pig. Let's get Neres from Ajax or Coman from Bayern. Way cheaper and as effective. Hey, I'm with you I'm potentially with you on them. I think both of those are really good players. And if they were available, it would be another option and an alternative to Sancho. It really would. Because this Sancho deal, maybe it doesn't represent good value for money. And it's a shame when you see Chelsea going out there and spending the money they are and bringing all the players in. But United cannot compete in that same way at the moment because of our owners and the fact we don't have those Russian billionaire oligarch owners that will pump it into the club. Unfortunately, that's not how Man United's operating right now because of our shite owners. So yeah, it all really depends on a lot of stuff, doesn't it, really? But yeah, Neres, Coman, these guys are pretty decent players, to be fair. Neres is only 23. He's already in the Brazil setup. He plays for Ajax, which is a team we've got a good relationship with, obviously, having done recent business with them. Both ways, whether it's Daley Blind going to Ajax or him coming out. I mean, then maybe they could take Jesse Lingard or something. So maybe you never know. They might possibly get something done there. Tarak Roof comments, are we having a friendly before the season starts? So I haven't heard anything about that, actually, my friend. I honestly haven't heard anything about what Manchester United's doing in terms of preparation for the season. Let me know if somebody knows, but I don't think we've even got anything planned for that at this moment in time. Jawad Habib, what's going on, Jawad? He says Reguilon will only be out for around 4 weeks. I think shouldn't make a difference as we signed Dallo, who was out for 2 months at the time he was signed. Well, that's a good point, Jawad, actually, yeah. I mean, if it's a case where we can get him in there when it's not too serious of an injury, then I think that's an excellent point you make, and hopefully we would still be able to bring him in if it is a short-term injury. Callum S, see, we're getting a lot of different news sources pop up in the live chat, and I appreciate every single one of you, but I don't want to give out too much misinformation, but I will read your comments out. Kalem, so just take this with a pinch of salt, lads and lasses, everybody's different views. Kalem comments, update on his injury. It was a sprained ankle, should be 10 to 15 days, should be fit in 10 to 15 days, according to Arancha Mobile, who is reliable. Okay, fair enough. Interesting. Thank you for your comment. JP, I'm not sure if I'm getting a PS5 yet, actually, but I may well do. We shall see. How much is a PS5, guys? It's going to be a shitload of cash, isn't it? We'll see. Daniel Luciano with a super chat. Thank you, Daniel Luciano, mate. He says, hey, legend. Right back at you, Daniel. He comments, I believe in the Sancho deal, probably wrongly, plus Reguilon and Van der Beek would be a solid transfer window, something to be very proud of, all very young. Yeah, you're right. That would be a very progressive window to get the right good sort of young players. Sancho's a big signing, 20 years of age, only getting better. Massive deal ability that he's got. Shout out Faraja Feraldo for subscribing as well. Reguilon, 23, just been called up to the Spain squad, had a really good game tonight, making strides and progressing well as a footballer. Good young signing as well. And like you say, Donny van der Beek had a really good couple of years at Ajax, very impressive. Dutch international, 10 caps, really good signing for the future as well. I would be happy if we got one signing for right now, but I do think all of those players that we've mentioned there, Reguilon, Van der Beek and Sancho, they are actually good signings for right now as well. It's not like they're teenagers, they're still good young players, 23 years of age. Sancho's 20, but he's a different kind of animal. He's an absolute beast. VK Dean says, Neres, no, he's a... Thank you for that, by the way, Daniel. You absolute gentleman. Really appreciate that. Idranil Guha comments, has Reguilon's injury been confirmed, as in how bad it is? We don't know yet. We just understand that the scan's being taken place at this moment in time. We don't have... Let's all just put some fingers crossed emojis in the live chat, lads and lasses. Let's bloody hope that he's absolutely fine. Stick a fingers crossed emoji in the live chat. Wackass says, Phil Jones can get released. How is he still a United player playing injured? Yeah, Phil Jones, look. Time to say goodbye. He needs to go, mate. He's a melt job. He has been for years. Everyone knows it. Collins Achiri, thank you, says, can Man United make 3 more signings? I think we can, but, you know, this is our board we're talking about here. Owen P, UFC 06 comments, have United just forgot they need a centre-back? Very true. Let's get it done. Sick and tired of it. Really annoying. Excellent stuff. Yeah, Arancha Mobile. Thank you for that. That's really good, actually. Thank you also to the previous commenting. Matt Rush has just backed it up as well here. Reguilon's examination. This is from Arancha Mobile. Reguilon's examination confirmed an external sprain of the left ankle. Madrid's medical team have been informed. So a external sprain of the left ankle. That doesn't sound too serious to me. That doesn't sound too serious. An external sprain of the left ankle. That's better than the internal sprain, right? You know what I mean? So that actually sounds quite good. So just to give everyone an update, I mean, this is a reasonably reliable source from what we understand here. Reguilon's examination confirmed as an external sprain of the left ankle. Real Madrid's medical team have been informed. So this is what it's all about, lads and lasses. Injury confirmed, Pig. Thank you so much, Matt Rush, for giving me all the information there. Much appreciated, dude. Injury's been confirmed. We still don't know a time in terms of rehabilitation and how long it's going to take him to get back and if he's going to be available for United. But if it's an external sprain of the left ankle, I'm thinking it's not too bad. Not too bad? What do you guys think? Not too bad? Fingers crossed. Stick your fingers crossed emojis in the live chat, yeah. Palmerius says, what's your top 4 prediction based on the transfer activity so far? You know what? I'm starting to change my opinion a little bit, but I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to say Chelsea 4th, Man United 3rd, Man City 2nd, Liverpool 1st. That's just how I see it finishing next season. It's not necessarily based on the transfer activity. It's based on a lot of factors. It's based on the fact that I think Lampard's still pretty green in his job, and just because they have signed a good few players doesn't mean he's going to get it all working and firing on all cylinders overnight. Whereas I think Solskjaer's got a good team of players here who all are pulling in the same direction and playing for each other. And that is half the battle when it comes to professional football these days, with all these personalities and prima donnas. So I think we've got a really good squad ethic, and I like the way that we're going about it. So I think we'll still get top 4, but we need to strengthen. Like, if we want to challenge, if we want to improve on that, if we want to progress, we need to strengthen. Nice one. Edwin Kamal says, Jones. Jesse Lingard with those donut emojis getting in there. Nice one. Jarvis Cocker says, I pray for Liverpool to be relegated. That would be the best thing that can happen. JP says red sauce or brown. To me, it's red, but look, that's just my personal opinion, folks. Palmerius says very true. Chelsea's keeper is trash. This is the thing, defensively they're at question as well. I know they just got Thiago Silva in, but he is 35. He has been playing in a Farmers League over at PSG for a while. Andy Davidge, what's going on, Andy? Yes, mate. He says it will transpire. I bet we were never in for him anyhow. Oh, just imagine that, Andy. Probably, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me with our poxy board and how much of a bunch of bloody melt jobs they are, my friend. Thank you for that, Andy. Daniel Luciano with a super chat. He says, last time I say it, probably not, but this is the most unbelievable channel community in the world. Cheers to you for bringing us all together. Glory, glory, Man United. Daniel Luciano, you absolute bloody legend, my friend. Thank you, Daniel. You're right, though. It may not be the biggest community in the world, but in my opinion, it's absolutely the best community in the world. There's a bunch of heroes and legends and legend dressers that get here and getting involved with this channel all the time. It's such a great welcoming community. We've got time for people who are not complete douchebags. Screenshot Mania says, hey Pig, has Suarez been signed by Juventus? I haven't heard any official confirmation of anything like that yet. Screenshot Mania. Arsene Wenger says, where do you think Arsenal will finish? I think Arsenal are going to finish 7th this season. I don't want to disrespect you, Arsene Wenger FC, but I think Leicester is still in a better place than Arsenal. I think Chelsea are. I think Tottenham will potentially finish higher. I think you've got to watch out for Everton this season as well with Carlo Ancelotti and the signings he's made. And of course, United, Chelsea, City and Liverpool are all probably going to finish above Arsenal too. So I honestly think 7th, but look, you know, you can, hopefully you'll pleasantly surprise yourself anyway. Yeah, Matt Ross says, Daniel, so nice of you to say. Honestly, Daniel Luciano, thank you so much for that nice message, mate. You're right. This is a great community. Everybody stick a thumbs up emoji in the live chat for this community and for Daniel Luciano's great comment there. Really appreciate that, man. VK Dean comments, not complete douchebag, so all Arsenal and Liverpool fans excluded then. Absolutely, VK Dean. Actually, not all Arsenal and Liverpool fans are douchebags, to be fair. All Leeds fans are excluded, yeah. Michael DeBoss says, too much soda. You're right about that one, dude. It's not good. It's not good. Gazamania says, hey, Mrs. P. B. Marcus says, United board need to bring in at least 3 new players. Come on the board then. Stop being a bunch of bloody melters now. It's time to do something in this window. We're running out of time. Oh. Right, okay, lads and lasses, I think I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up now, lads and lasses, but I really appreciate you all for watching. Honestly, you're a bunch of heroes. In fact, you know what? We've gone over 200 likes on this video. Wow, thank you so much for everyone that smashed that like button. Please do us a favour if you have not done so. Hit that thumbs up button before you go. That will help this stream and this channel out amazingly. Also, if you're not subscribed, guys, what are you doing? You're having a bloody double Davy Moisey double daymare. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon to be notified when we post live on this channel. Also, we're going to bring you all the latest Manchester United news in regards to transfers and all the goings on at the club. We've got a couple of really interesting guests coming on this week as well. Ex-player Luke Chadwick and also a journalist as well, which will discuss some transfers and things like that during the week. So keep a lookout for some of these videos and content that's coming up. Of course, we're going to be still doing the 2 daily transfer videos as well, as long as there's news to do it about, of course, which tonight there is, unfortunately, bad news for United with Reguilon getting an injury, potentially. It's looking likely. Hopefully it will just be a light sprain, external sprain, out for a couple of weeks. No big deal. Man United can still sign him. That's the ultimate hope, but let's just see. Of course, they need to have scans and x-rays done and this sort of thing to really find out the true extent of the injury and the severity of it. Right then, you legends, thank you so much to every single one of you that's tuned in. I could see Gungshi's just getting in here at the end. Thank you so much, Gungshi, for stopping by. We're just wrapping up, mate. We've finished. You're going to have to go back and watch the video now, Gungshi. But thank you very much for getting in here. I hope you're doing okay. How's your back doing now, mate? Obviously, it wasn't so spot on earlier, so I hope you're doing better now, Gungers, in the middle of the night over there in Taiwan. Michael DeBoss says, more water than soda, mate. Yeah, it should be the case, mate. Should be the case. Thank you, Wakas Akram says, take it easy. By the way, check out the website, Flying Pig United. Go on to the also the social media channels. We've got Mr. Flying Pig HD on social media, on Twitter. Sorry. Flying Pig United also on Twitter for the channel's Twitter account. Also, go to Instagram, Flying Pig United, and Facebook, Flying Pig United. Nice one, lads and lasses. Okay, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap it up, but really appreciate you all stopping by and getting involved and just generally being legends of this channel and supporting this community brilliantly. What an excellent community. And Jarvis Cocker has just sent in a super chat before we go as well. Jarvis Cocker, thank you so much, my friend. What can I say about that one, my friend? You're just an absolute gentleman. He comments, this super chat is dedicated to the moderators. They make us all feel welcome, and especially Matt Rush. What a top man. Oh my days, that is such a nice comment from you there, Jarvis Cocker. You're right, Matt Rush is an outstanding moderator, as is Ellie, as is Aaron Homeyard, as is G-Wolf United, as is Gungshi, as is absolutely all this moderating team on this channel. They're a bunch of legends. They're a bunch of legends, honestly. So thank you, you're spot on there, Jarvis Cocker. Thank you to you too for being a brilliant subscriber over the years as well, man. Absolutely incredible, and I'm glad you feel welcome. I'm glad everybody feels welcome on this channel. That's exactly what I want the vibe to be. I want everybody to feel welcome. Marek Stachowski, thank you, says, great show tonight. Have a great evening. VK Dean says, nice chatting with you as all per usual. You have a cracker, VK Dean. Big God Bob, no worries at all, Big God Bob. Just great to see you and have you in here, Big God Bob. You stay classy, Big God Bob. Collins Achiri, need a fortune. Thank you. You are the best too, my friend. Peace out to you too. Mark Voot, thank you, Mark. You're a top lad. Great having all these new legends getting in here too. Aaron Homeyard, thank you. He comments, cheers, legends. Great stream, Mr. Pig. Thank you there, Aaron Homeyard. Illa United says, night, night. Primot says, echo that. Screenshot Mania, thank you very much. Ellie, you have a bloody cracking evening as well. You're fantastic too, Ellie. Mrs. P, the cake bandit, stick the cake emojis in the live chat for Mrs. P. Have a good evening. Try not to eat too many cakes, love. See you soon. Paul Lucas, you're a top man too. JP, stay classy, my friend. I know that you will. Living rent free in your head, my guy. Ray Reddington, everyone this chat has made me feel so welcome, and everyone is so nice. No hate or bullshit, just love. Thank you so much, Ray Reddington. Living rent free in your head as well. UNO2, Gandhi, Mark Voot, G Wolf, Gungshi says, catch you the next time, Bambino's wave. Nice one, Gungshi. Great to have you in here at the end. I'm glad you popped in at the end to say hello. Good night, Gungshi. Good night, everybody. Primot, JP, Gene Ho, G-Wolf United, Living Rent Free, Mrs. P, every single one of you heroes and heroesses out there, heroines, GR7, Gandhi, you stay classy. Ryan Berber's been 9. This is the Pig. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Come back after this is finished and get your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Nice one, Sabula Nation UG, CT as well. Please do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, click the like, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Smash that bell icon to be notified when we post and go live. See you on the next one. This is the Pig. Take it easy. That was crap, wasn't it? Let's do that again. See you on the next one. This is the Pig. That's better. See you later, and take it easy. Stay classy, and come on, United. Boom chanker, there we are, lads and lasses. That is the end of the show tonight. Thank you so much for watching and getting involved, everyone out there in internet land. You're a bunch of heroes, every single one of you, that's right. Do us a favour, smash the like, get your comments in afterwards as well. Come back after you've finished watching this and have your say on anything we've discussed, and we can keep the debate going there. This is just the end credits to say thank you to all of the Patreoners who follow me on Patreon and help support the channel on there, and also tier 2 channel members appear on this list as well. Just thank you, everyone. Still a couple of people to add to this list. You know who you are: Aiden, Alessandro, First Class Gamer, etc. You will be added very, very soon. I promise you that. That's right, we do it once a fortnight or something on here. Anyway, that's it from me. Get your opinions in. Farida Mbaga, everyone else, you have a great evening. Take it easy. This is the Pig. I will see you very, very shortly for some more Manchester United news and content. Keep a lookout on the channel. Click that bell icon and subscribe. See you later. Pig out.